It's a wet old wintry day, so let's take a trip into the greenhouse to see what buds are forming and what surprises are ahead. First up, I'd like to introduce you to my Veltheimia, and here it is here. There's the flower head, and you can see the touches of pink at the base there just coming in, and the flower that eventually emerges is going to be like a pink spiky thing, a bit like a coniphopia or a red hot poker. And this is the plant. If we go down a bit, we can see the leaves, and the leaves are just lovely. They're all kind of wavy and, you know, substantial. In fact, it looked like a great plant even before it ever started to flower. It's a South African bulb, and I've grown this one in the house up until this year. But this year I'm trying it out in the greenhouse where there's, you know, it's there's a minimum temperature, but it's not as warm as in the house. So that's Veltheimia bracteata, a very reliable flowerer. And over here we have a Solanum, and this particular one is a Solanum mauritianum. It's going to grow really, really tall and have very characteristic Solanum-like flowers. I think, you know, everything in that kind of potato family is a bit similar, but these ones will be blue, and it is in bud at the moment, so I'm looking forward to the flowers. If we look closely there, you can see that this flower is, well, it's got the yellow centre. Is that in focus? But the blue colouring is just beginning to come in now. This plant is going to grow really tall, and it's in the greenhouse because it's a bit tender here, but like many of these things that we cherish in this part of the world, I believe it can be a bit of a weed in other places. And it's behind my Dahlia imperialis, which I had thought was going to flower this year. I mean, I have them in the garden, but the ones in the garden haven't had a chance to flower yet because the frost hits them back. But this is kind of my backup plant, and I had thought that I had flowers forming there at the leaf axils, but that doesn't look promising anymore now. I think they've withered. Oh well. There's always next year, isn't there, for the tree dahlia? Here we are in the greenhouse, and I'm going to show you my pride and joy, which is this fabulous King Protea that I believe is going to flower for me for the first time this year. Can you see that bud? I think I can even see the tinges of pink coming there. And I think I have a second one over here, although it's less advanced. Let's see if I can show that up here. It seems to have a bit of discoloration on it, but that's definitely a bud too. I've been growing this plant for ever such a long time. I'm just delighted to get it this far. What I do is in winter, it's been kept in a cold greenhouse, and I barely water it at all. But now that I have some buds, I am giving it some water this year. Look at that. And now we're going to have a look at this other plant here in the front. It's called Acrymia laxum. Let's have a look at the label there. There we go, Acrymia laxum. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's a lovely little thing, and the leaves are kind of felty. They feel very soft to the touch. But the care of this one is counterintuitive. It seemed to me something that needed, you know, minimum watering, but actually it's something that likes a bit of shade and, you know, to be kept moist. I would have thought full sun and minimum watering from the look of it. But as you can see, it has buds forming there at the top. So I'm really looking forward to what what flowers this is going to produce. And finally, up here near the roof of the greenhouse is Senecio, or Roldana as it's now called. I think they changed the name. And all these spikes here with the buds that you see in front of you are the flower heads of the Senecio, or Roldana. Okay, I need to start calling it Roldana. And I'm never too impressed with the flowers on this one. They're very yellow and very like a dandelion as far as I'm concerned. But I think that just proves that I am not enough of a connoisseur of exotic plants, because dandelion-like flowers seem to be de rigueur in sort of exotic planting. But I don't like them anyway. But there they are.